And they find that the strands are a whole hell of a lot longer than PCR. So possibly multi-gene complexes compared to PCR. The alignment necessary to get a whole gene compared to the PCR is, yeah, like I said, the strands are quite long. One of the things I mentioned also is the artifact of MDA compared to the artifact of PCR is supposedly less, which means that our sequencing data using both techniques is filled with technical artifacts, just in general.
Yeah, okay. Yep. And is there a sort of the amplification of the DNA? Are there regions which are much more amplified than other regions? Is a selection for certain regions?
That's sort of what I'm saying. I mean, MDA works strangely through my, like obviously I'm interested in going and talking to scientists about this process, so I went to two people that had worked on the origin of MDA. One let us use the Kaijin kit in his lab, and the other one was at Craig Ventnor's place in La Jolla. And basically, rolling amplification just, it sort of starts to copy everywhere, and it forms a hierarchical tree that continues to copy the copies. And they roll on down through the genome, and they just sort of, it's like shaving your skin and having the shaving get shaved and the shaving get shaved again. So it's different from thermal cycling in that way, that it's actually just digging in and making copies of itself as it digs. It's really, I'm trying to get an image to convey to the public of what it looks like. But it's basically like 1,000 Xerox machines Xeroxing each other at once, in a tree, in a radial tree form or a spherical tree form. What the artifact of that is, I don't know exactly. I don't think anyone knows. So that's my answer for that.
Yeah, I think Klaus has a question.
Yeah. When a science project is judged by an ethical committee, it is clear to all involved what the purpose is of the project. So my question is in this case, when we discuss an art project, is it possible in 2 or 3 lines to state the purpose of the initiative?
Well, I mean, if you want to be a romantic artist, then the word purpose is actually anathema, an evil entity. The idea that you have preconceptions, or in some ways that you are performing something craft-wise, which would be to say usable. It eliminates that romantic feeling of luxury at not needing to conform, this kind of iconoclasm. It's very modernist. That doesn't mean all of us artists are kind of just there. In other words, some of us